In this video, I'm going to give you some advice on how to get the It's Elementary trophy and Cyberpunk 2077. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel. We give you the secrets to crush Cyberpunk 2077. I gained a ton of crafting items and probably about 10, well, maybe 8 attribute points and over doubled that in perk points just doing the NCPD scanner hustles in Watson. And even after patch 1.6, they give you about 1,000 to 6,000 eddies in addition to whatever you loot from the foes you take out. So the It's Elementary trophy says that you need to complete all gigs and scanner hustles in Watson, right? So this is for each region there's a trophy for this, but there's quite a lot. There's a lot of in terms of like gigs, there are like 23 gigs. They actually have a counter now with 1.6, but they don't give you all the scanner hustles or the associated quests. The other thing they don't mention with the trophy is that you also need to do the cyberpsychos. So you need to do all the cyberpsychos in addition to that. But I have heard, and the last one for me was actually one of these green quests that show up after you do one of the blue NCPD icons, which I did not realize was a Watson thing, but it has you go to Westbrook, and it's called Worldly Possessions. It has you go visit somebody's urn at a mausoleum in Westbrook, and you pretty much have to kill the mercs there, and that was what got it to pop for me, of the Worldly Possessions. I have also heard, I don't know how true this is, that you need to complete Gary the Prophet's mission. So Gary the Prophet is located next to Misty's Esoterica, next to the Ripper Doc Victor. That you should know Victor the Ripper Doc because he's like in the main story, and you should know Misty because she's the girlfriend of your partner in the heist. And I think that what I heard, but I'm not sure why that would be the case, is that if you do the Prophet's mission, that involves the dialogues, and I have a whole guide on the Prophet because it's a great money farm, then that'll unlock some of these USSR quests, where you've got this kind of Russian age, and I think it's Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy, or something like that. So that's one that you may have to unlock. I think the other issue is that it may be helpful if you get to max street cred, because some of these missions are street cred locked, right? I think that's the green XP that you get. And so I've got some guides on how to get to max street cred really quickly. You probably should hit max street cred, that's for killing gangbangers essentially, versus getting to max attribute points. Right, so max street cred's 50, max attribute points is 50, but it's a lot easier to get a max street cred than it is to attribute points. And street cred also unlocks a lot of things at the Ripper Doc and other items that you can buy. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel. We give you the secrets to crush Cyberpunk 2070. Good luck, Chooms, on getting all the trophies, and in particular, It's Elementary and Watson. Let me know what you struggled with getting this trophy. I guess there's one more thing that I read about, is that possibly some of the gigs will not show up unless you visit Watson at night. I did not find that to be the case particularly, but that's worth a try, is to sleep. And some people said that you have to sleep in the V's apartment and then wake up at between 8 and 8. You know, I mostly did not sleep in V's apartment when I was doing this. I was mostly sleeping in the Glen. But I had not gotten very far in Act 2 when I completed this. And so I don't think there's a lot of story progression that you need to do besides getting out of Act 1, because that would allow you to get the NCPD mission with the urn Worldly Possessions. So I do think you do need to get to Act 2 to finish this, but you definitely don't need to be in Act 3. You don't need to be maximum attribute level, but you might need to be at maximum street cred level. While this may not be the fastest way to get XP in the game and money, it does give a decent amount of money after patch 1.6 to do all the scanner hustles and the gigs in Watson, and that gives you also the It's Elementary trophy.